My name is Adrian. I hope you can hear me. My voice is really deep at the moment as well. I can go really low. Welcome. Sorry.
And I'm Pete. I'm another of the hosts of the event here this weekend. I've got a louder voice. People sometimes tell me it's too loud, but that's because I was a primary school teacher and a head teacher and a recent local guide.
Yeah. What level are you at?
I'm level 7, one of the lower levels.
It's not a low level. It's
it is.
Mid-high. So I'm a level 9. And welcome to the open day session for the Local Guides program, which is held partly along with the EuroMeetup 2024. So the agenda for today, Peter and I will give you a little bit of introduction to what EuroMeetup is all about, and then we'll pass it on to Paul and Luigi, who will tell you more about the Local Guides program. And then after that, we'll swing back to these 4 amazing people here, who are our guest speakers for the Q&A panel. And they all have various or varied backgrounds and experiences. And I'm going to ask them a few questions, and hopefully they'll be able to help explain everything else to you. Yeah.
We'll escalate to California.
Sorry?
I said, in case I can't answer the question, I escalate to California.
Sure. Yeah. So the first 2 questions will be quite generic, so all of you will be able to answer it. And then for timekeeping purposes, the next few questions is 1 or 2 of you. Whoever you feel that is the best to answer it, go ahead and answer it. Okay, cool. Any questions so far? Okay, just a bit housekeeping stuff. Food and drinks is at the back. Obviously, it's free, sponsored by Google. The tea and coffee machine there is also free. If it breaks down, let the staff know. There is also a second coffee machine just around the corner, which you can use. And then there are some free goodies here, souvenirs. That's part of the EuroMeetup event, as well as the Local Guides program. Some of it is part of what we've done for our attendees, and some of it's been given by Google as well. So they really want to help promote this through our event. Cool. I think that's, oh, sorry. Go ahead and tell us more about EuroMeetup, Peter.
About EuroMeetup?
Yes.
Well, one of the great things about the meetups, about Local Guides altogether, is that as well as being an online thing, it's a meeting in person thing. And one of the things I value the most is the fact that it's become a community for me. I've been part of the Local Guides community in Manchester for, what are you doing?
There's another water there.
Oh,
Yes.
it's gin. I've been part of the Local Guides community in Manchester for about 5-6 years and met such a lot of wonderful people. And we have meetups in Manchester fairly regularly of just local people. And that's led to people from all over Europe meeting together, also as part of a community. So about 4 years ago, I got involved in the Euro meetups, and we went to Ghent, and then COVID happened.
Yes.
And then last year, the community got together with people, the Manchester community got together with people from all over Europe in Munich. And so the community is sort of local, and we have local meetings, which are really valuable on a month-by-month basis, but it's also international. And the Euro meetup here is the 4th one, I think, that's happened, and we're all together for people from every country, almost every country in Europe, and also America, which is obviously a suburb of Europe, and
wow. Okay.
and Australia, which is even more of a suburb of Europe.
So actually, it was perfect timing because Torben was just coming in. Everybody look behind and say hi to Torben. Hi, Torben.
Hi, Torben.
So Torben actually started EuroMeetup in Krakow, in Poland in 2018. Yep.
Clap, clap.
So he was the first to start it, and then Jan did it again, and then they did it both in Munich, and then here we are in Manchester. So who knows where the next one will be, but we're all looking at Luigi, wherever he is. Oh, there he is. So we'll see what happens. He'll let us know whether he's going to take on the mantle and do this event next year. And so that's basically what EuroMeetup is all about. It is just a really fun event. It's part social holiday, I guess.
Yeah.
And the hosts of the event will be helping to guide you through the exploration of the city. This year, we emphasized a lot about the Local Guides program. So we did a lot of challenges that's related to writing reviews, adding photos, adding videos, and all that stuff. And also, that just give you especially those who are kind of new to the program, it gives you an insight into what it is to be a local guide. And local guide, to be honest, is such a flexible term because you can do it by yourself if you want to. You don't need to do it, people. You can do it as a group, with your partner, with friends, just basically anybody who likes to explore and help give something back to the community. And that's kind of basically what our ethos is. We love to give something back to the community, and we hope that they can appreciate our ratings and reviews and so on and so forth, and they can use that to help them decide where to go and what to see or do. All right. I mean, we've all been there. We've looked at a review, and all it says is good, and you go, good what, right? Or if you have a pram and you're trying to find places with accessibility, and you can't really tell whether there's access or that or stuff like that. So we kind of make sure that we fill in those areas and help people and guide them and educate the general public on how best to provide useful information that everybody will be grateful for.
Yep.
Yep. Okay, sorry. And I think that's about it from us for the introduction to EuroMeetup. I'll pass it on to Luigi and Paul. Oh my gosh.
Oh, you're going. There you go, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Hello. What do you do at the start of something? You send in the clowns. Clown number one, Luigi from Italy. Hey, Luigi.
Thank you. Hey, Paul. Hello, everybody. Hello, answer, guys. Come on.
They're a bit slow, Luigi.
Was it too silent, guys? Hello, local guys.
Hello.
Now it's good. Now we are good. Yeah.
Much better. So this is Luigi. He's from Italy and has been railroaded into hosting EuroMeetup next year, but he doesn't seem unhappy about it. He's a level 10 local guide and a Connect moderator.
Thank you. And on the other side, we have Paul from the beautiful colony of Australia, from Melbourne, local guide level 10, and Connect moderator as well.
This country did send all of its prisoners and people they didn't want and the 10-pound poms to Australia, but we grew out of that, maybe, a little bit. I did learn coming back in here through customs that this country doesn't think we have, because we declared independence, but they don't care, because I just walked in here, didn't show my passport or anything. But anyway, we're going to talk to you a little bit about the Local Guides program and Connect.
Yeah, that's interesting.
So what's your favourite thing about being a local guide, Luigi?
Yeah, that's a good question, Paul. Yeah, there are many things which are very nice about local guides. My favorite, as you can imagine, I'm Italian. So what I like is food and drinks. Drinks and food, drinks. So what my favorite thing is reviewing places, adding photos, so to bar, restaurants, hotels, because I use a lot Google Maps for searching for restaurants, for bars. Did you all use Google Maps to search for your wherever you want to go, or maybe have a look at review, what kind of food they are serving, if you are looking for a specific dietary, or maybe specific things to buy in a local shop. So that's very useful. And where those all contents are coming? From the local guides, from the community of those crazy people which are taking photos everywhere and uploading the photos. So my favorite is reviewing bar, restaurants, hotels, because I travel for business, this is a business stream, come on. So it's I like that because I try a lot of things and I use Google Maps for that, and that's my favorite to give back, let's say, this contribution to the community as well.
Cool, thanks Luigi.
And what about you, Paul? I know that you are famous for something called 36 photo walk. Can you tell us something more about this? Looks like a bad word, but...
Yeah, it's kind of the opposite of what Luigi's talking about, kind of. Not quite, but kind of. So the 36 walk started actually quite a long time ago, about the time Local Guides started. And funnily enough, I'm wearing a t-shirt from the original, which was called the Walk Down Under, where we organised a thing all around Australia. And I don't know how many of you actually remember G+, but it was good when it lasted. It transitioned quite well into Local Guides because what's the most annoying thing about looking at a maps entry? It's it's a photo that's not even of the place, or a photo that's awful that really doesn't show the place off. So the concept of the 36, and we're going to do one today, funnily enough, is to minimise the number of photos that you take and contribute, but concentrate on the quality of what you're contributing. So think about what will be really helpful for someone. I could say the best quality photograph, but that's a really challenging thing for people because everybody thinks differently on what is a good photo. So I would concentrate on what's helpful. So if you're thinking about a building, how do you get in? Where's the entrance? Is it accessible? Does it have a ramp? Does it need a ramp? Has it got double doors that maybe a wheelchair could get through, like those ones? Think about things like that. What about Connect, Luigi? What's your favourite thing about being a Connect moderator?
Yeah, Connect moderator, that's another good question. Connect is basically the official forum, Local Guides forum. It's wherever online we meet online. I use a very nice definition, I always say, about Connect, because I like to define Connect as a cafe, because as you might know, Italian people, they are famous to take espresso everywhere. We take 10 espressos per day. Everybody we meet, let's take an espresso, wherever friends, and we chat with people. That's what we do. Yeah, kind of. So I like to define, because it's our online community, our online cafe. It's where we meet online, and now we are in person, like Adrian and Peter was saying about, we are a community, we are person as well, we are people, so we like to meet in person. It's not just online, we are behind the computer. So Connect for me is the online cafe. And I like to be on Connect because I like to meet each other, to meet people from all around the world, but the nice thing is to read about their stories, because everybody of us has a story, has a different story. We are all from different countries, from different culture, so we can exchange our culture, our stories, our local stories, and being part of the beautiful family of Connect moderators is very nice because it's giving an example. It's a very nice example because local guides are watching at us. We are nothing special. We are local guides as well. We are not anyone who is above any other. We are just as you, but we are an example. So that's very nice because local guides are watching at us, and this gives a very good example to the community. I hope so. So what do you think, Paul?
Oh, definitely. And Luigi's quite right. We are no different to the other local guides. So I think there's 37 moderators currently, something like that, from the community.
No, 54, I guess.
54?
Yeah.
Oh, that's including the paid ones, though.
Yeah, correct.
there are paid moderators who.
We are talking to an engineer, so numbers are my topic.
In fact, one of those people might even be in here somewhere. Hi, Danny.
Hey, Danny.
Yeah, so Luigi's quite right. We are just members of the community. There's only one power in Connect that we've got that other people don't, and that's that we can clear out spam. So if we see something that's inappropriate or abusive or something like that, we have the power to get rid of it. So that's the only thing we can do that you guys can't. So we are just normal people like everybody else, and all we try and do is lead by a good example and not post spam ourselves.
Okay, so yeah, thank you very much, Paul. That was a nice presentation.
Yeah, thank you, Luigi. And now we'll hand you over to the smart people.
Yeah, we are not smart.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you
Thank
so
you,
much.
Adrian. Thank you, guys.
Hi, I'm Adrian. Sorry.
And I'm still Pete.
Just in case you forgot. So thank you so much to Luigi and Paul for that really wonderful introduction to the program. Again, it's just a very rough overview. There's a lot of technical information that you can find on the official website. It talks about points and all that stuff. But as a group, we generally advise people not to focus on points. It is about the interactions that we have as a community. It is not about trying to get as high a level as possible, which is why I'm very slow and taking my own sweet time. That's the excuse I'm using anyway. Okay, so we're on to the next bit, which is a Q&A session. And we got this lovely panel of guests here and speakers here. So I'll hand over the mic and let them introduce themselves.
Mike.
The mic?
I'll hand over the mic and let you introduce.
Mike. Sorry.
I thought you renamed me.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
It is a customary
selfie.
thing that he does a selfie at every moment possible.
Yes, roughly 1,000 per event.
I'm setting him back again, so let's
Oh,
do one
you
on
do-
the side
yeah.
and one on the... We can be on both sides, so... Guys, look there. 2, 1... One more! And now look at you. Everybody.
Watch them like.
1, 2, one more. I was preparing the phone over there. But I completely forgot. Keeping talking, sorry.
Sorry.
I've got a supplementary question. Nobody expected.
Yeah.
So just before you introduce yourselves, everybody, you've talked a lot, Adrian and the panel, about levels. What does it really mean, level? Some of us might understand that, but what does it mean being a level of a
Luigi,
local guide?
Paul. So basically, in the program, you have it's a gamification system in a way to encourage users to get points, collect points, and you see yourself progressing and improving. Because without the point system, you're just like sending reviews and uploading photos, and you don't really know, well, how many reviews have I sent, how many photos have I uploaded, and stuff like that. So every time you send a review, you get points, photo get points, and that points collect into a system, and there's a range from 0 to something, which I don't remember, sorry. It'll tell you that's level 1 and level 2, so on and so forth. So level 10 is just ridiculously challenging to reach. It took me 8 years, I think, just to hit level 9. But again, it's like it doesn't bother me, so that's fine.
So that's what levels are.
Yep.
So as you go around each of the panel, perhaps you could tell us what level you are as well as you introduce yourselves.
How much of an introduction do you want?
Life history?
Yeah. So, I was born in... So I'm Russ. I'm from a place called Ulverston, which is in an area that they call the Lake District in the north of England, which is about 2 hours north of here. It's a smaller town. It's a lot smaller than Manchester, but we have a really nice sort of community, and it's a really nice sort of feel to the little town as well. I began the Local Guides program. I started to partake in it 2016. And it all started because I'd done a couple of reviews, and I did a review of our local fish and chip shop. And one day I looked at the reviews, and I'd taken a picture of a plate of fish and chips, and it had got 34,000 views. And I thought, wow, that's amazing. That's 34,000 people who have really sort of benefited from that photograph and buying lots and lots of fish and chips, and healthy lifestyle and all that, and so that's what sort of encouraged me and what sort of drove me forward. So now, what are we now? 8 years later, yeah. So I'm a level 10, and I continue to do this, to sort of upload these pictures and to sort of make these reviews and make these positive comments.
Sorry, could you just tell us a bit about your professional background? It's just in a sentence.
I'm a graphic designer, and I produce books. I'm a book publisher, and I found on the receiving end as well that I really appreciate Google reviews. And I mean, it's not many; it's about 30, but they're all positive reviews, and it's really good for the business, for people to sort of say, he did a good job of our book type thing. So so from that side of things as well, I really benefit as well.
Okay. Hi, everybody. My name is Kristin. I'm originally from Southern California, but I moved officially to the UK in 2015. And now I live on a small island called the Isle of Man. And it's located between Ireland and England.
Sorry, this is
I'm supposed
secret
to...
hand gesture.
Yeah, pass the microphone. I was going to do that. Yeah.
So I'm a level 10. I've been a level 10 for quite a while, actually. I don't remember when it happened, but I do like to think that all of my photos and reviews are of good quality. Going back to what Paul mentioned earlier, it didn't happen, it wasn't purposeful necessarily. It was just sort of as I was going along doing it. I travel a ton, and everywhere I go, I'm constantly taking pictures. airports, bathrooms, accessibility ramps, like anything and everything that I think might be useful for someone who's traveling. That's basically what I try to focus on when I'm doing my posts, especially pictures and reviews and things. And also, I know a lot of you might know this, but I specialize in bubble tea, which is a drink that originated from Taiwan. So a lot of my reviews and photos are of bubble tea, inside bubble tea shops, the outside of bubble tea shops, and just to kind of let people know what sort of drinks they're serving. Because for people like me, when I want to go to a bubble tea shop, I do base it off of not necessarily the reviews, but more so what do the photos look like, because I can look at a picture and know if that drink's going to taste good, which might sound kind of crazy, but that's the way it is. And I think that's about it, right? Okay, great, awesome. So thank you for having me today to be a speaker. Thanks.
Okay, great. I am Sanya from Lagos, Nigeria. I now live in London. I became a local guide 2017, and what led to that is I own two businesses in my home country, and one of them is a digital marketing company. So for someone who is a digital marketing professional, so I know about Google My Business, and I think it's now called something else, and all that. So I started making contribution, and that was what led to my being a local guide. And I'm a level 10 local guide. What year did I become? I can't remember. So, but it's been an interesting journey for me. There was this comment I made in 2019 during Connect Live, which is we've all been given a tool to impact our community, and that's the Google Maps. For instance, some of them left where we were at this morning, and then I have to find my way here. In time past, probably I have to draw out a big map and start looking, okay, where are they? But today you just take your phone and then you punch in the postcode, and the Google Maps gets you there. So for me, that has been very huge. My favorite thing is taking photo. There is this saying that a photo is worth 1,000 words. So if you take a good photograph, it can actually help somebody to decide where to go, where to eat, make a decision of where they want to go next. So yeah, that has been my own local guide journey.
Hi everyone, I'm Jane, I'm from Ukraine. Currently I'm based in Italy, in Treviso, and I am level 9 local guide. I'm Connect moderator, and what I love about Connect, this is a fantastic forum. We can find many like-minded people to make friends, and what I'm loving so much about local guides, I love hosting and attending meetups. And I attended many meetups and EuroMeetups in Ghent, in Munich last year, and when COVID started, we started hosting in online meetups, and our initiative was about accessibility contribution. Just explain it that it's easy to contribute and make difference for your community. Just take a photo, share your experience. Is this accessible or not? How many steps? How wide is entrance? Is there a lift or something else? Some amenities. It's very important to all of us, for every people, and the people looking for information on maps for this, and we can do difference.
Okay, so I'm gonna speed through the next question because we're a little bit tight on time. So the next question you already touched on an element of it, but I'm gonna ask you real quick and in a really short answer. I think most of us want to know how active is an average local guide on average. Because people always go like, do you have to commit a lot of time into it? You know, is that I'm not the kind of person who have the time, or just do it once a month or something like that. So
No, I would say that, so today we've been to a couple of places and I've done a couple of reviews and uploaded a couple of pictures, and so it doesn't take a lot of time to do it. There's other times where when I'm on holiday, perhaps I'll sit down and it's sort of a form of relaxation where I'll sit down and I'll go through the photographs and perhaps edit them a little bit and sort of crop them a little bit and sort of take the time to think about, sort of what everyone's spoken about. So no, it doesn't take a lot of time at all, or it could take a little bit of time if you enjoy relaxing doing it.
I think there's two types of postings for me personally. One is I'm going through my day taking pictures, food, location, whatever. The other one is, you know what, I'm just going to upload this directly to Google Maps. I'll pull up the listing and actively take pictures or video while I'm on that listing. But the rest of them are mostly what I would call like a batch upload. So I go home later that evening or a week later even. I go through all those pictures and I just hit share to Google Maps. That pulls up the name of the business. I click yes. Then I go through and I label everything and I upload everything all at the same time. So I think there's two types of postings that I do.
What we did in my community is to have different local guide communities. So what we then find out is there are various meetups almost every weekend. So for someone like me, I also am into programming. I sit by my laptop all day. So the meetup is a great way for me to get away from the laptop and just be out there having fun with guys. And then one interesting thing is that when you go for meetups, like I do, there are places you've lived for 20 years, 30 years that you think you know everything, but you actually don't know your community very well. Go out for meetups and discover more, and you realize that. So to answer the question of does it take time? Well, it depends on how much time you are willing to commit. Sometimes I do it alone. I just go out on the weekend and I put businesses on the map, and sometimes I join meetups.
About my experience, I like to contribute, but sometimes I'm not to travel so much, and just I like to answer quick questions from maps which pop up, and I answer, and it will be definitely helpful for everyone because it describes places and this answers. And also I like to add some photos. And write review. Personally, I don't like to write a negative review, but I know with this experience I should share with people because someone avoids this place maybe. That's why when we contribute and keep track, the Google Maps send you a newsletter and congratulate you that you keep strike for 5 weeks, 6 weeks, and so on. And I know that some local guides, for example, Paul, keeps track. Let me please remind how many weeks, Paul?
How many weeks of the street?
Yes.
Pre-COVID, it was about 5.5 years. I was 1 week ahead of one other person who can't be here at the moment, and COVID killed them.
Oh, a bit.
Yeah, so in case the recording didn't hear that, it's 5.5 years of continuous contributions to map every single week. Yep.
Yeah, that's really impressive.
And you've all said quite a lot about how you contribute to Google Maps and how it benefits other people in the community, which is absolutely brilliant. Can you perhaps share some of the sort of personal benefits that you've experienced from being a member of the community, either online or in real life?
Yep. So we'll limit this to 1 or 2 people. So who wants to answer? Please raise your hands.
There you go.
Oh my. This is a question I like to, or something I like to contribute to. Prior to 2017, like I said, I owned 2 businesses. I was just sold out to building my business, but for some reason, one of the 2 businesses, was going down. I was losing out. However, local guides came up, and I just humped on it. So, having made some contribution, I just got a mail from Google and said, hey, come to California. And then 2017, I met Irene, Irina, Faz, and so Adrian. Were you there? 2017? Okay. Paul, and so I've benefited free travel to San Francisco, San Diego, 2017, 2018, 2019. But for COVID, I'll probably be on my fourth one. So it's been an interesting journey, and I really love it.
Yep.
Anybody else?
My personal benefit, all these friends. That's all.
Yeah. Great answer over there. And just to counter that, have you had any negative experiences as a local guide?
Are you going to go again?
Go ahead.
Go for it.
Negative, many of them. I live in an interesting place that once you raise your phone to take picture of any place, the security guards are always there to hump on you, to jump on you. So I remember one particular moment, I even had other local guides with me, and we were threatened to, we were being taken to the police station. We were being arrested, yeah. But for, of course, so we kind of wriggle ourselves out of that unfortunate situation, but it's been very, very tough. So that was what led to us encouraging meetups, so that when you go in groups, it's difficult for anyone to come and attack you. And then we started printing T-shirts, wearing some of our local guides swags, and that has really helped a lot.
Anybody else had any negative experiences, very briefly? Russ?
Yeah, my wife said, well, you're not doing that again, are you?
I get that
Stop
all the
taking
time.
pictures.
Stop taking pictures of food.
It's the usual, can we eat now?
Yeah.
It's like, have you done taking 10,000 photos of the food? So, yeah.
And I know I'm supposed to be asking the questions, but you've all said you went to wonderful places like California and met lots of friends, but that happens locally too. I've not been to California or anywhere, but I've got a massive, really good set of connections just in Manchester. Yeah. So there's local guides are local too, and you can develop friendships, and they're really valuable friendships.
Just to touch on that a little bit, you can ask us during the free social time. It's a summit that Google organizes once a year back in the day before COVID. And people were very much encouraged to contribute with the idea that they're hoping to get selected to go to the event, which is kind of the wrong mentality. So we want people who are genuine about their contributions and not just say, I'm going to write 10 reviews today because I'm going to get as many reviews out and Google's going to notice me. It's not about that. It's about making sure that your contributions are honest and it reflects your real world experiences, and that people can find it useful, right? So again, like I said, if you say, oh, it's a good place, that doesn't really help the rest of us, right? So again, ask us more about that, we can tell you a bit, but there's a lot of us here that have been to that summit, and we're really thankful for that experience, and it's helped to guide us to improve what we do.
Well, it's nearly 4:30, Adrian.
I know.
The sun is shining. What are we going to do next?
Okay, so I'm going to cut a
I'm
little bit.
I'm going to just interrupt you. Before you start telling us what we're going to do next.
I wasn't going to go to the bit next. I was going to continue this for a little bit more.
You do that then.
Okay, so are there any questions from the floor or the people at the back? Going once. Oh, sorry.
Do you know, guys, which one of your photos has the most views?
Which one of your photos has the most views?
One singular photo or total views in everything?
I have a photograph of B&Q, which is a DIY shop in I think it's in Ashton-under-Lyne, and it was one that we just nipped into. I took a photograph, and it's got over 10 million views, and it's not the best photograph. But it's there. And my second one is much nicer. It's a view of a canal, but that's not got as much. So yeah.
For me, it's the Little Mermaid in Copenhagen. Just a picture of the statue, and yeah, it's got millions and millions and millions of views. So cool.
Do you want to tell us about your most popular photo?
In this photo I took in California. It's a shopping mall. More than 6 million views.
Wow.
Mine is same California museum. I think it has 13 million views. Yeah.
Well, thanks.
I did a photo. It's I think 100 million plus.
Wow.
Yeah. It's a selfie because I'm just so beautiful. Are there any questions? Sorry. Nope. No. I think we can wrap it up here for now. We're supposed to end at 4:30, but there's still a lot of food out there, and we haven't even had the chance to mingle and socialize. So I'm going to give us another 10 minutes, if you don't mind, and we can just spend some time talking to each other, grab as much food as you can, the drinks, coffee and tea out there as well. Everything's paid for. Help yourself to all the souvenirs here, especially for our guests here. Help yourself to it.
And I was going to say before all that, just to say thank you to the panel, because it's not easy being up in front of people, as I'm discovering, and and you've done brilliantly. Thank you very much for all taking part.
Okay, thank you so much for everybody.
Thank you.
And that's a wrap.